Hello everybody, I am Ann Robinson. Welcome to my channel where it is awesome to be Ann and it is awesome to be you. Yes, it is. All right, welcome to Connections to the Divine One channel. And I am back with another video. All right, everybody, I thought I'd come on because I have something to share. And what sharing is caring. And I would try to relate this to being a mental and a spiritual elevation video, possibly. Because listen, we're always trying to raise our mental up higher and our spirits up higher. And if we're doing that, then our body's certainly going to be operating on a high standard, high vibration as well. All right, so let me tell you what it is. So I was inspired to do this video, and I had this dream a couple of nights ago, and it stuck in my head, and then it came across my mind today as I was walking around not too long ago, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to talk about it because, it helps me to think things through, and I figure sharing it with you, maybe it might help someone else out too. Because we're all alike in so many ways. There's no thought that's new. There's not anything that's new really under this sun. If you think it, somebody else don't thought it. You didn't get that first thought. It's somewhere, a lot of people had that same thought. So I'm going to share, okay? So I had a dream the other night. And in the dream, I couldn't figure out, what does this mean? What meaneth this? Well, I dreamed it. Maybe it was meant for me, but I think that it can be meant for all of us because I'm sharing it with y'all too. So here it is. So the first part of my dream, I had a neighbor. So I thought it was the oddest dream. The neighbor, it was a woman, okay? And she was leaving the neighborhood. She had found a new love, a new flame. And you know how it is sometimes when you get a new love and, y'all are all into each other. So now you want to move in with one another and move on with life with them, kind of thing. Well, that's what she was doing. And so I was standing with another neighbor. Obviously, I was talking to someone, okay? And I was like, who is that? And I was saying, yeah, she's moving away, with this new love. And I was like, oh. And what's so funny about it is not only was she in the vehicle with the gentleman, they were driving off, but guess what? He was towing her whole entire house. And I was like, where'd they do that at? But it's a dream, so I said that more so after I woke up. So the house was being towed off, and this man was hauling butt. When I say this man was hauling, I mean he was going so fast when he pulled out with her house on the back being towed. And I was like, oh my gosh. In fact, I thought he was almost going to be on two wheels taking the corner. And I was thinking to myself, he's going to flip over with her in it and with the house. Okay, so as I was walking about thinking about that today, not too long ago, I said, you know what? We meet men and we meet women, because I want to make sure that I not make this all about us women, but I'm a woman. But I'm just going to make it about all of us, because we can all experience this in some kind of way. Is that when we meet a man or a woman, respect is so important. And to me, the way he pulled out hauling butt with her stuff, her whole house on the back, there was no respect for her as a person to be hauling and driving like that away. There was just no reason for it. Okay, and mindful, other people, this is a neighborhood, and you're hauling a big house on the back, you're not being considerate not only of the woman that you have in there, that for her well-being, her physical well-being, but then other people around you, you don't care about them either. No respect for life, other people and their well-being, the well-being of the person, the woman he had in the vehicle beside him, and no respect for her items, her belongings that he was towing. That if he turned it over, or how was you going to replace that, sir? Why was you even driving like that in the first place? We have got to pay attention to the red flags when they start waving. If a man or a woman does not respect your well-being, isn't trying to keep you safe in whatever way that might be. It could be, y'all, let's keep it real. When I say keep you safe, I don't know. I'm just used to a man being a gentleman. If we're taking a walk through the parking lot, you shouldn't. I shouldn't be on the outside walking. You should be on the outside walking, sir. I like to feel protected. The man takes the outside to protect you as you walk, wherever you're going. I don't care what you're doing. Hold the hands in the park. Always be on the right side of me, protecting me. Not only that, but you should be willing to, if a woman or a man decides that he wants to be respectful and wants you to, even the woman could request a man to wear a wrapper before he tries to do anything. And y'all know what I'm talking about, the physical relationship. And the man does not want to do that. That is not protecting your person or being respectful of their wishes. You know what I'm saying? And even a man could be the same way, that maybe he won't interact with you because he doesn't have any, and you're still wanting to do it and he's not wanting to do it without it. You have to respect that man or that woman's wishes, that it's a no unless there's a wrapper. And in these days and times, it should be a no unless there's a wrapper. And and there's nothing wrong with you asking a man or a woman to go get tested before you even take that leap. I'm all about abstinence. Take your time when you are dating a man or a woman. Do not be in a rush. There's no rush. You're getting to know each other. You're asking questions. You're spending time. You're bringing laughter. All of that before you get beyond the surface level of my name and what color I like. Let's see who I am really as a person. Really, I want you to know me. I mean, and now there's a lot of people that don't even know the person's last name, and they're already have taken that leap into the bedroom. You don't know my last name, my Lord. Okay? And once again, I'm all about abstaining if you can. You don't let that be your first response. Respect me as a woman, and men should be respected as a man. That shouldn't be the expectation that we're leaping right in. No, every man and woman don't want to leap right in. No, we want to be accorded. We want to get to know you. And if that hasn't been your motto, then maybe you should at least incorporate a level of that into your, what you're doing before you go jumping in. Let's be respectful of one another's bodies. That's being protective. That's keeping somebody safe. And when I'm in your vehicle, don't you drive like a bat out of, hell. Okay? Please drive safely with me in this vehicle. A seatbelt is only going to do but so much. They say, honey, you speed a little, you might lose a lot. So how about you just drive the speed limit and drive with me safely in the vehicle? That's respect. You should be respecting yourself. I mean, at least if you're respecting yourself and I'm sitting in the car and you're driving safely, I'm being kept safe because you care about your life. You know what I'm saying? So let's be respectful of one another and what belongs to another. Yeah, if you borrow your, hey, I'm all about each one of you having your own vehicle to drive around before you trying to use one another's vehicles. If you ain't got one, and girlfriend, ain't nothing wrong. If somebody does borrow one another car every now and again, if that happens and a need is there, your car is out of commission, you need to borrow your girl or your guy's vehicle, then be respectful of their property. Drive it the speed limit. Fill it back up with some gas. Thank you. That shows thank you. That's respect. I'm just trying to bring it to you because that dream just kind of, in fact, I was just so shocked that the house was moved. It was just a bald spot where her house was, but then she was gone. And then the second part of my dream, y'all ain't gonna believe it. You ever believe it? I don't know. I don't have a thing for Country Wayne, but I might. He kind of dark skin and chocolate, but Country Wayne was actually in my dream. Y'all know who Country Wayne is. Y'all can see him on Facebook, and I think he's on YouTube now. But anyway, as I got ready to say that, somebody don't want me to say that. Clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. There you go. So anyway, Country Wayne was in my dream. Now, of all folks, if y'all know Country Wayne and his character, he is a man with multiple children. He's not married. He doesn't mind giving a woman money, honey. He'll even give out cars to women. Some he don't know that well, and some he know well, but usually they are friends with benefits. But he ain't marrying none of them because he's a womanizer. He loves the women, but not enough to marry them, honey. He on to the next. If one gets missing, he might have more than one at a time. And I'm just saying, I can't believe it. And then I, in my dream, had the nerve. That's why I don't know. I'm going to need to work on myself because, honey, in my dream, I want to be making good decisions and choices. Why was I worried about not getting the benefits from the dream, from the friend? I remember seeing it, too. And I was like, child, wait, hold up. I'm glad that there was none of that going on. But still, the thought that I said it means the thought was there. But that's okay. You can have a thought. Just don't let that thought build a nest in your head. You can think about it. I'm human. I see a good-looking man. I can say, woo, good looking. But that don't mean it has to be a thing. You can release that. I got eyes. I'm human. I can see. I know what a good-looking man looks like. I know what a good-smelling man smells like. But I can keep all of that in check, honey. And it's easy when I ain't been around nobody. You know how easy it is to avoid temptation when you ain't around the temptation? Yes, the test comes when you're really around a man, or you get into that relationship with a man and you're really trying to operate to get to know them first. But you get the tingly feelings start to happen, but you want to hold on and be strong and be self-controlled and self-disciplined, that you're going to maintain that you're going to get to know that person and not be doing things, jumping fast into the sack. So anyway, I say all that we need to choose who we're going to date better. The purpose of dating is to get to know them. And if you get to know somebody that you find out has multiple children, but he's married none of the baby mamas, you might become another baby mama with none of the benefits. I don't care if this man is paying child support. It's a lot. You're not just dealing with that man. You're going to be dealing with the children. You're going to be dealing with the baby mamas. And we all know that some baby mamas come with a lot of drama that nobody wants to be bothered with, especially not me. You can have that. And God bless the children. They're so lovely. But I'm going to tell you right now, I have grandchildren. I love my grandchildren. I'm trying to be more of, and I have 3 children of my own, but they're grown now. Thank God. And I'm so glad that they're grown. And I expect even them to take care of their responsibilities. I only have one, my son, who he had children, but I always had the idea that when my children had children, that they would take care of their responsibilities. I'm not that grandmother. I'm Mimi. I'm not the Mimi that is going to be the kids. I work a job. I'm tired. I worked all those years with my kids, and and was tired. And I know what it is. And I was glad when they got old enough. And now, empty nest. So it's like the nest don't want to be filled up with grandkids either. I love my grandkids. Don't get it twisted. I will ask for them, go see them, spend time with them. But I prefer for them to hang out with mom. Hang out with your mama. Hang out with your mama. All right? But you know what I mean. I'll love them. I'll take them, and ask for them and stuff like that. It's just, I know some grandmothers that are very, very overly involved. I don't think the mother even has an opportunity to have their own kid. But I'm not that one. I'm the one that has the opportunity to be alone a lot and ask for them when I want to see them. Yeah. So I just want you to be mindful that when you're choosing a man or a woman, just consider everything. What kind of person are they? What kind, even are they working? And we're not even thinking about pay. We're thinking about what are they doing with their lives, and if they're a good worker, good. It's not about the occupation. It's about how you're handling your life, how you're handling your finances, what you do with your downtime, who do you spend your time with, how do you treat your mom and dad. That's a lot where respect comes in as well. Do they respect their mother and their dad? How do they treat their friends? How do they treat the waiters and the waitresses in the restaurant? Do they tip? Yeah, these things are important. Before you go making an important decision of laying down with someone or getting deeply connected with someone that you don't even know. And I am guilty. There are people that you can know for multiple years, and they could still have their mask on, and you may not know who they are. That you really never, you thought you knew them, and you find out that you never ever knew this person. They pulled the wool over your head. Talk about a wolf with sheep's clothing on. Yeah, some of us attract wolves, and we're just like a deer in headlights, like a sheep just waiting to be slaughtered. But some of us got out by the skin of our chinny chin. We got out by the grace of God. And I'm just saying, y'all, going forward, now that we know, let's do better. I have had the problem of keeping, I seem to attract the same type of individual. I'm empath, a very empathetic person, and I really do care about people, and might be guilty of overgiving, oversharing, over this, over that, and just really giving people like multiple thousands of times before I finally say, look up years later, and I'll be like, I'm not happy. This is not working. This, I'm being disrespected. You know what I'm saying? So, it's time for us to do better. And one way is to really get to know the person you're with. Y'all, I was looking at Aretha Franklin's songs and the lyrics to Respect, because all of that was coming to my mind at the time. I didn't know that she was so serious. I mean, honey, she said, when you get home, all I'm wanting is a little respect when you get home. And she meant that in many ways, honey. She said, I won't do you wrong while you're gone. My thing is, honey, you don't listen, respect me, yes, when you get home, but respect me too while you're gone. You know what I'm saying? When my eyes can't see you, please do be respecting me out there in the streets. Because I always look at it, when you're with somebody, if you're married to, your man, your husband or your wife represents you when they out there, and they have you out here looking foolish because they don't respect. They're acting single and flirting and mingling and maybe even dipping into the pool. And people know these is so much. I just say nobody respects anymore. No one respects another woman's man or a woman or a wife or a husband. They're ready to leap in for the kill. And most times they don't even want your man or your woman or want your wife or your husband. They only want what they can get out of them, even whether it's them being given money or maybe even the attention, but they really don't mean to take your man or your woman or your wife or your husband. Sometimes it's just a use situation. Both is getting something out of it, but they don't want one another on the real tip. Because many men, husbands or wives, they ain't leaving what they got at home. But then there are those who will continue to try to steal and may steal your man or woman. But listen, if it was done to you, if you do the doing, it's going to get done to you too. You're not above it. A cheater is a cheater is a cheater. When they get sick of you, because you don't become what the other person was, a regular wife, that's just it. It gets boring. The thrill and the fun of being able to steal a guilty pleasure or indulge in a guilty pleasure is what keeps the person coming back. Oh, this is stolen goods. So anyway, I just wanted to come on and just tell you that real quick. It's about respect. You got to have respect for yourself. And, if like I was giving the example of Country Wayne having multiple women and willing to shell out the dollars, but rather than give you his time, and the only time he's giving you is when it's in the bedroom, that's not respecting you. If a man and a woman that's all they want out of you is a dime or a dollar, or some physical gratification, and then they on to the next, because believe me, if you're being used that way, they're doing it to somebody else. That woman is getting with everybody, or that man is getting with everybody. It's not just with you. If a flirt is a flirt. Yeah. So anyway. Also, I wanted to end with a scripture, okay, as well. So let me put my glasses on. It's Philippians 2 and 5. Well, no, 2 and 3. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem others better than themselves. Look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others. So basically, it just means that don't just be thinking about yourself, but also think of the other person. And like I gave you the example of how you should be respected. You should be respected. Your possessions should be respected. When someone is driving you around, it's respectful for them to drive you safely. If someone comes into your home, it's only right for them to respect your home. When they come in, they shouldn't be putting their feet up on your table, their feet in your chairs, walking and just grabbing something out your refrigerator without asking, coming in and acting like the place is their own. Especially if you don't know them like that, you're getting to know each other. Treat people's property with respect. Don't come in slamming my door. Don't slam my car door. It's just, you gotta respect people. And listen, don't go grabbing on my body parts, patting my behind, touching my behind. I didn't tell you what? You're not going to do that. And you're not going to do that. be respectful of how you treat. If you think, you ask. You ask for permission to touch somebody. I don't care if it's their hand. I don't care if it's their shoulder. Ask for permission to hug me. Don't just come up and just all of a sudden I'm all engulfed in a big hug. Ask to hug me. Ask to hold my hand. Respect me. Okay? And I say to y'all, respect others and demand others to respect you too. Have healthy boundaries set up, people. Men and women. Respect others and also be respected. And if they don't, you let them know, give them that clue. And if they continue to do so, what do? Thank you, next. That's when you ghost them. Okay, since this girl didn't respect me, they must think I'm playing. I'm not playing. All the stops are out going forward. It's no more wasting days and months and years with the wrong individual, with a disrespectful man or woman, that non-committal, that's not the one, that's waving red flags that you see. When you see them, believe it the first time. That's the way to eliminate a lot of heartache and a lot of disrespect, because nobody deserves to be disrespected by anybody. You're not going to take it. No, you're not going to take it anymore. That's exactly right. All right now. We want all the respect, not a little bit of respect, Aretha Franklin. I want all the respect when you get home and even when you're gone. All right, man and woman, we want all the respect all the time. And if you can't give me that, what is it? Thank you, next. All right, thank you, next. Ghost them. You're blocked. You're out of here. Nope, you can't call me. You can't text me because what? You're blocked. And you got the message. All right. Thank you, everybody. That is it. I hope that something I said has been helpful, okay? Get to know one another. Be respected and respect. Give respect. Equal give and take there. All right. All right, guys and gals. Y'all know that God loves you. I do. And what? Peace and blessings until next time. Bye.